this kind of cavity, then we will start to define here the first the workpiece. So double click on the workpiece. Here to select the workpiece. Select the workpiece here. Click OK. So select the blank geometry. So specify the boundary block. So let's this is the boundary block. Click OK. So click OK. So firstly, with going with the finishing operation here, we need to firstly create the as well as the cavity milling, because we need to remove the large portion firstly. Then you can make here the rest milling. Then we can make the finishing operation. Firstly, let's create the tool as usual. So create a tool that is the for the cavity milling and the rest milling. That's the for the semi finishing. We will use the end mill. Click OK. Let's use the here the sorry, this the diameter is in the inch. So let me use the lower the diameter. Let's make 0.5. Click OK. So operation. Let's use the cavity milling. It's the easiest one. So this tool. Let's use here the roughing. Click OK. And you can just generate. It will automatically generate the toolpath. You can here the decrease this value. Let's make it here the 0.01. It is the inch. Generate. So let's verify to see the result. So it up. Let's to see the final result. So it is the roughing operation. The material is remaining. So we made the roughing operation. So let's now we'll make here the semi-finishing operation. So click OK. So the roughing. Let's use here the semi-finishing operation. Is in this case the rest milling. We will use select the rest milling. Here the make here the semi-finish. Use the same tool. Click OK. And just here the you can again decrease the depth per cut 0.01. Generate. Just see the result. So this was the semi-finishing operation, and on this complex shapes on the surface, we remain at the materials here. Now we will go with the finishing operations. We made the cavity milling, the roughing, the semi-finishing, and we will make here the finishing create operation in the mill counter. So the counter, it means that you know the countered surface, not the flat surface. So that's why we need to use this operation for the finishing. So generally this operation always used for the finishing, and they are the similar to each other. That is the similar to each other. You can use any of them. Any of them you can use here. The most commonly used, for example, we can start with the counter area. Most easiest and most commonly used. So select the counter area, and this is the used in order to remove the countered surfaces for the finishing operation, like this kind of surface. So in this case, we need to method is the finish. We need to create a tool, and in the finishing operation, you need to create a different tool type. That is the, if you remember, for the countered surface, we need to use the ball shaped the tool. So in this case, I select the ball mill, click OK, and you see this tool is created here with the ball shaped for the finishing operation. And let's make here the lower diameter. So this one, click OK. So this is our tool, and now we create operation. Let's try to first time to use this one, that counter area. That tool change here the ball to finish the work this. Click OK, and here you can specify again the cut area, or you can go to the area mill first to make some settings or the milling area. Go to the edit. Here you can define some parameters. You can define here the tool path, follow periphery, the profile, the zigzag, and so on. Let's use the follow periphery. You can here define here your tool path to the invert. So you see that it will start from the outward to the invert, or it will start from the center to the outer periphery. So it is the better the invert from the, because it will start from the here and it will go to the center and so on. You can go to the clip cut or conventional cut. We know the clean cut in the clean cut that the full rotation is the same in the feed weight. In the conventional cut, the tool rotation is the opposite of our the feed weight. In the clean cut, you will get the better surface. So I will select here this one. And the step over is also the important. That is the changing your the tool direction. So if you want to the smoother surface, it is better to decrease this percentage. So let's make it 30%. We can make it the some constant in the millimeters or in the inch. So you can make in the percentage and so on. So here I will okay, and here specify the cut area and click on specify the cut area. Define which area you want to make the finishing operation, and you can here change here the tangent face. If you select this face, so it will select all the faces to be the machined here. So and click OK and generate the tool path. And here see the tool path is created, but here you see the distances is too high, and you can go to the verify, and here the decrease this one, play. Since it is the finishing operation, anyway, some material will be remained because our the tool it's not possible to touch the every surfaces. We need to make the other operation that's finishing, that is a specific finishing operations and so on. Only you see the some portion is removed, not all the portions here. Here in the middle is okay, but on the part the material is the remaining. We need to use another finishing operation. This could be the user. For example, you can use, for example, this one. Let's try to this one. You can try this one with this one. So click OK and go to the surface area. And here you need to specify any specific the surface area. Go to this one and select, for example, this surface, and this surface, for example, to be demachined, and click OK. And you can define here the toolpath, the full zigzag, and here we increase the number of the step over. Let's make it 30. If you increase this step over, the surface finish will be the more accurate. So because of the step over will be the lower, that distance, that is the distance. So click OK. So we selected this surface to be the machine. Let's generate our the toolpath. Now you see toolpath is generated on the here, and we can go to the verify and see our the result, how our the machining process is obtained. Here the in which portion our the material is remained, we can analyze. So okay, in this portion the material is removing with the finishing operation here, which we selected this surface and this surface. So we finish it with this side here. The same way we can go to this side and this side and click OK. Counter surface. So we use it this one, and you can use here the for example the fixed counter in order to here the remove the material on the middle here with the flat surface. So I will go to the click here, and here you need to define the boundary, that method, the boundary, and here you can go to the select the boundary, you can go to the face and select this face. So it's a boundary, click OK. The same way the toolpath you can define you can define here the decrease this value to be the more the accurate surface. So let's make it a 20% of the step over and generate. So the toolpath is generated on this side. So step by step you can create any finishing operation on any surface. So create operation, you can use, for example, this kind of finishing operation. So click OK. Then select this one. So we are keeping the same locations. Okay. So area milling. So go to the edit to define the cut area. So here, let's make the zigzag, and you can define here the steep angle. So let's keep to this one. Okay. And here define the cut area. Specify the cut area. So specify the cut area, for example, this one and only this one. So only this one I want to just make the finishing. Okay. And here the generate the toolpath. Here the toolpath is generated, but we can make edit here. Go to the area milling, and let's make here change this value. Let's say decrease this value 10, and here let's increase this value. So 60. Generate the toolpath, and you see that toolpath is changed. Click OK, and we can delete. So this one, let's use another operation for the finishing. Let's use again this counter area, which we have used here. Okay, and define the area. Oh, cancel here. Okay, counter survey. Let's use this one. So let's go to the edit surface, this surface and this surface. Click OK, and define here the number of the paths. Let's increase it to 30. the method, you can define here the zigzag, so it will go the up and down. That's the generate. So we created to press on this surface here. Then if you want to more the smoother surface here, you can here the decrease the or the step over the well, that's the number of the steps here that increase. So let's make it 50. So it will be more the smoother surface. So verify, play. So you see there is finishing operation. It is removing the material that remained from the previous operations. It is just removing this portion area which we selected as a cutting area, but you can increase the cutting area by going to the surface area again, specify the drive geometry, and you can just add here let me just here so possible, so you can individually again create on this portion. So here for starting from this one, the fixed counter, and this all is the finishing operation. They are the used in order to making finishing operation for the counter surfaces, and you can use any of them. So mostly that is this one is the more preferable to use as a counter surface area. So click OK and go to the surface area to specify the cut area. Go to this one, and now select this surface, this surface. So not this one, only these two surfaces. So click OK, and let's increase this value again. That's 50. Make that's the OK. So this is our in the finishing operation on this surface. Step by step you can do on all the surfaces. The individually you can do these ones. So let me just verify them at the toolpath. Now step by step you can use the same operation to remove this portion here material on this portion here like then on this portion and so on this portion. So using the counter surface, or you can use the other operations other operations. For example, try to use this one streamline, also the use it for the finishing. Let's try to use this one streamline. So the idea of the using this operation is almost the same. You need to just go to the specify the cut area. So specify the cut area here. For example, I want to cut, for example, these portions. For example, you can individually select all surfaces like here. So this is the surfaces I want to cut. Let's specify the cut area. Click OK, and going to the method drive method. So in this case, we select the streamline. Go to the edit. You can here specify the number of the passes. So if you increase this number of the step overs, so the surface will be the more the smoother. So I want to make the 50 number of the pass. Click OK. and generate by the toolpath. So you see the toolpath is generated on the selected surfaces only, and it is the streamline method. Verify. So let's verify by the toolpath. So this is our toolpath. Let me just speed up the operation. See the material is removing on these surfaces, the minute material, the finishing operation. So this all is here the you see the finishing operations, but differently used. Here this finishing operation. What is the important in the finishing operation? For example, if you want to use any of them, for example, the counter surface, for example, click OK. You need to individually here firstly specify your the cut area. The cut area, for example, go to the cut area. You can specify any cut area. For example, I want to cut on the only make the machining on this surface. Click OK, and after specify your the cut area, this area, you need to go to the drive method. In this case, I'm using the area milling, and you can change here from the here, but I selected area milling, so that's why here the area milling, and click here the edit. And here you can edit your the cut patterns and so on, and here you can define any area. So click OK, and just generate, and the toolpath is only the generated here. And if you go to the edit to edit your the toolpath, and let's decrease this value to make the more smoother. So okay, so it will be this toolpath. So only this one. So the same way you can use any here the the cutting operations. That is the finishing operation. Here the mostly this one, then until the I think the this ones is the used for the in the case of the areas. This ones is the used for the flow chart is the what the single finishing operation and so on with the single pass and so on. So this is the finishing operations. And the same, if you want to generate here, let me just delete the last one. Again, if you want to generate a G code, you need to select here for example, here our programs, select the program. And if you want to simulate all of them, select the program, go to the verify the toolpath, and here just play. So this is all the steps starting from the roughing operation. So roughing is almost finished. And then semi-finish it or semi-finishing operation as we follow it. Now the finishing operation, all the steps which we use it. So the same way you can make here the finishing operation on this surface, which we didn't do here. Also, you can do the finishing here. Is the blue means that some materials remained here. You can do For example, we can do go to the create operation. Let's use, for example, this one counter surface here. Click OK, and here go to the specified cut area. I selected this surface only. I want to remove the material here. Go OK, and go to the dry method, edit, and let's say increase this number. Let's make it 60, and you need to select here the drive method. That's this surface. Click OK, OK, and generate. So on this surface, you see the toolpath is generated, and you can go to the verify. It's the finishing operation. That is removing the material exactly on that surface that we specified as a cut area. So same way you can do on these surfaces which I remained here. They are not these surfaces here and here. So this was the finishing operation with the counter milling with this kind of complex shapes. With this kind of flat surfaces, you can use as a finishing operation, which we use it here. This operations is used this finishing operation with this kind of elements, but with this kind of elements, with this kind of complex shapes, you need to use as a finishing operation. That is the mill counter. Is this operation. So this is the difference between the planar faces and the contoured faces workpieces. So if you want to generate a G code of for these old operations, keeping the program, selecting, click on the post processor. That is 3 axes. We need to metric. Okay, click OK. So G code of these older operations will be generated. Here need to wait. So here the G code of the old operations, and here you see the circular movements of the G0 and the G01 and so on, and so all the operations. So if you want to create the G code of the individual operations, for example, for the only for the cavity milling on this operation, you need to click for the cavity milling and go to again the same post process. Just select your X, that's the machine 3 axis in this case. Click OK. Okay. The G code of the only for this operation for the cavity milling will be generated in this case. So because we select here this operation only, if you want to generate a G code, for example, only the two operations for the cavity milling and here which is called the rest milling, is the semi finish. As you need to select this one, keep select this one, pressing the control to select the second one, and so on. Generate your G code the same way. So this was the lesson for today, and in the next lesson that we will see again the turning operations that we remained here, the multi-axis machining, which is the axis is the higher axes, that's the 4 and 5 axes. But I already explained the turning operation for the other groups, so you can also look for them because I use the different material, the different resources for the all the course, all the groups. So in order to make the more the practices, so I always try to use the different resources, even if I explain the same concept. I will try to use the different resources, different work pieces in order to make the more the practice and understand the concept. So here we can finish. So thank you very much and see you on the next lessons.